Hey there. It's been a hot minute since I've gone live over here. The flowers falling. And so I figured I would go live here really briefly before I have a meeting at 7. So I'm definitely not going to be on long. But I wanted to talk about the nervous system, pleasure, and self-sabotage, and some things that I've been discovering. And I wanted to leave everybody with a little exercise to do to see if you are actually self-sabotaging. And really, this kind of goes into orgasms too, and orgasmic pleasure. So hey, y'all, if y'all are new to me, I am Devi Maisha, and I am the CEO and owner of Sensual Energy Alchemy. And you can check out the rest. But let me get into it before I have to go. So I'm not going to do a whole lesson on nervous system here, but I am going to do one inside of my membership group. The link is at the top. But something I've noticed. I'm trying to figure out where I want to start, because there's so much that I want to say, and I use myself as an example a lot of the times to just make it easier. So I'm currently in a space where I do not have to go to work, and I'm still getting paid, and I have this free time to do what I want to do. And I've noticed how my body has reacted to that. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we go through this life not really checking in with our bodies, not really checking in with ourselves, and we're just kind of getting up, going through the same thing over and over again. And we don't necessarily realize that we are sabotaging our own selves. And you know what? It's not actually sabotage. We are doing things to keep ourselves safe that are not necessarily in the best interest of our happiness and our joy, which is what sabotage really is. Sabotage is really the body's way, the nervous system's way of keeping you in its version of homeostasis so that you don't experience any pain or any pain it can't control. But that also means that you cannot experience the amount of pleasure that you desire as well. So let me go back. In 2021, I left my corporate job. And, I went to work for myself, and things were going really well. They really were. Like, it was going great. Somehow, as 2022 progressed, my money just started to take it took a nosedive. It took a huge nosedive. And I was so confused by what was happening. And it wasn't until in hindsight that I could see what had happened. What had happened was, I wasn't ready for that amount of time and open space. I wasn't ready to receive what that had to offer. I was accustomed to having to work. I was accustomed to having to grind or do something or pump out something or the constant machine of going. And because I now had space to relax, and I hadn't worked through that, my default, my homeostasis, my body, all the wiring in the ganglia in my brain was like, oh, no. We don't relax like this. Like, this is foreign. We need to be in that state of hypervigilance. That's what we're accustomed to. We don't get this open, we have time to do what we want to do with our days. No. Where's the hypervigilance? And so without realizing it, I created states of procrastination, of panic, of tiredness, of all kinds of strange things that seem to prevent me from showing up, from putting out any offerings, from doing any of the stuff. And so by the time the end of 2022 came, I was like, how did my money dry up? I don't understand. I was involved in the pleasure stuff, right? And that's not how this thing works. That's only a portion of it. But I hadn't worked through my body saying, no, we gotta stay like this. Always. So when I knew that I had to go get a job, I had to go get a job to supplement, I said, okay, but I'm not gonna get something that's a full-time corporate thing. That's not gonna work for me. So I purposefully chose something that provided me enough of what I needed right? It wasn't a whole lot. Enough of what I needed to keep me afloat, but also provided me with time and space. And part of the beauty, the gift that was also given was there's a period of time in which I am not in the office, but I'm still getting paid, because that's just the way they have to work things out. So now I'm in a space where I can start working on that part that wasn't ready in 2022. I noticed it this morning. I mean, I've been noticing it, but I really noticed it this morning. So what I want to offer to you is this. If you find yourself sitting somewhere and it's quiet and you have a quiet moment and you can feel like this low hum vibration in your body, kind of like a car motor or something, just going like this buzz. And that's what I felt today, this morning, like I'm supposed to be doing something, I got to do something, I got to do something, I got to do something. That was my body, like trying to find the amped up hypervigilance. When I felt it, I just sat with it. I sat with it and I felt where the hum was. I felt where that shake was in my body. And then I used my practices. Then I used the tools that I have. Definitely breathing, right? Inhale long, exhale. Really use that. Used EFT, emotional freedom technique. Used tapping. Put on some binaural beats, because I wanted my body to understand that I'm safe. Finances are taken care of. I'll be back at the job when the season opens again. We're really actually okay. But I had to let my body know that, because it's looking for the problem to solve, and it didn't understand how I could just chill and do nothing. And this is where I think a lot of us are still getting stuck. And I follow some great people on here. I am Lindsay Lockett is one of them. Oh gosh, Regulate with Amy is another. People who are really talking about nervous system work, because this is really important. We think that we're self-sabotaging because of our mindset. We think we're self-sabotaging because, we don't have, we're not worthy, and all that stuff is part of the equation. But part of the reason we're self-sabotaging is not because we're sabotaging. It's because we're trying to keep ourselves safe. If you don't think it's safe to be in a relationship, you will fuck up a relationship in order to keep yourself safe. If you don't think it's safe to have money, you will fuck up the money because you don't think it's safe. And I've started to look at self-sabotage as something different, because what happens is we think, oh, I sabotage myself. We start beating up on ourselves. We start getting all guilty, feeling shame around all of it. And really, a lot of times what self-sabotage is I'm out of range for what I desire. I'm out of range for what I'm used to. This is not within my norm. My body, my nervous system is going to work to bring me back into what it's used to, even if it is not for my highest good. In order to do that, some shit's got to go awry. You know what I'm saying? So I really started to look at it like that. Once I did that work today, and I just kind of calmed myself down, I was like, okay, I get it now. I can really see this for what it is. And I can see how I'm so used to being hyper vigilant when it comes to money, and rightfully so. Like, I got stories for days, y'all, but the stories don't even matter at this point. But there's a reason why I'm hyper vigilant about money. There's a reason why most people are hyper vigilant about money. Most of us have had, we got some form of money trauma. I mean, especially if well, I don't want to say especially if you're in the United States, damn it, almost if you're anywhere. And now that I'm in this space where everything's taken care of, and I have time to just go for a walk in the park, I can just relax. I took a nap this afternoon. I'm just watching movies. I'm being lazy. It's taking time for my body to just relax. But here's the thing. We cannot create and we cannot really experience pleasure if we're not relaxed. This goes against the culture and the norms that we experience. Even in orgasm, we contract. Even in orgasm, we hold our breath and we hyperventilate and we tense up everything. It's about relaxing and opening. It's about allowing all of the full sensation to flow through us. And we're so accustomed to shutting it down that we don't allow that to happen. When we contract, we keep ourselves in survival mode. When we contract, we keep ourselves in fight or flight. When we contract, we keep ourselves hypervigilant. And when we contract, we keep on sabotaging things over and over and over again because our body says it's not safe to have that next level. It's not safe. So what I'm doing now is this is a beautiful practice for me to have this time where my nervous system can say, okay, all right, well, all right, things are it's taken care of, all right, and we're doing what we want to do, all right. And in that time, I purposely have not created much of anything to put out here because that would just add stress. Like, can you understand how that would then add stress? Like, I'm trying to calm me down. I'm trying to get my body to know it's safe. And before it's even going to do that, I'm going to try to throw something on top of it that I have to do and I have to get out there and I have to promote and I have to post and I have to do this and I have to do. I've just taken me right back to this level again and it's not going to work. That's what happened in 2022. I was up here trying to do it all, you know, the launching, the this, the that. And can I tell you, I launched something and it was like zip, zilch, nada. Not a one sign up. Not a one. And I was like, I don't understand. I was so hyped up. And that energy comes across. That energy is felt. I need you to come to this. I need you to do it. Come on. I got to get the money. So while I'm working on allowing myself to be and experience life and, you know, go for walks and read books and watch movies and do all that stuff, I'm retraining and recalibrating my nervous system to be able to be open and to receive money, love, joy, peace, presence, pleasure. And yes, that there's pain that's going to come. Pain happens. It's part of life. There's no way to live life without it. The challenge of being human is, can you remain open even in the face of excruciating pain? Can you still keep your heart open to receive all of the beauty that exists? Or do you choose to contract and make yourself small in an effort to hide and prevent yourself from feeling that which you will inevitably feel? Because even if you contract against the pain, it's still going to hurt. There's no way to get around that. So I encourage you, if you're finding yourself in positions where you're wanting to, you know, whatever it is you want to do, it doesn't matter. Relationships, build business, friendships, it doesn't matter. It's for everything. Notice the times when you're sitting still. Not just in meditation, but even in meditation, but not just in meditation. Notice the times when you're sitting still. Tune into your body. For me, it feels like a low hum that just feels like this vibration, like a motor in a car, like an old car that's got a motor going. It feels like that, and I can feel it like largely in my torso area. For you, it might be something different. But notice if your body doesn't feel settled, if it doesn't feel still. Notice if your body feels like you're doing this. Like, even if you're sitting still, notice if it feels like your body's jerking. In those moments, really take time to take some deep breaths. You can breathe in for 4 and you can breathe out for 8. Long, slow breath in for 4, slower breath out for 8. And when you breathe, if you're not sure how to do like this breathing, put your hands on your sides and see if you can breathe into your sides, not into your chest, not up here, but see if you can breathe into, put your hands on your sides, like by the bottom of your rib cage, and breathe and see if that expands. That's where you want to take your breath in. And then allow yourself to exhale for 8. Do that about 5 times and notice what happens in your body. Notice how you feel. Notice if there's a shift in that hypervigilant feeling. And every time you feel that hypervigilant feeling, just take a moment and breathe. That's one of the first steps you can take to learning how to recalibrating your nervous system and getting yourself to create a new level of homeostasis. And I liken this to, hey Kinte, I liken this to oh no, because set point is so out of touch, but I'm not going to use that example. But if your nervous system is accustomed to always, if you're accustomed to always being in a certain fight or flight mode, the more you do this, the more your nervous system learns to trust, relax, and open. And the more you can open, the more pleasure you can feel, the stronger your orgasms are, the better your connections with other people are, and the less fear and anxiety you have walking through the world. Now there's shielding and grounding and all of that, and I'm going to talk about it in my group too, because we gotta energy, right, y'all? But I just wanted to put that out there. That's what I'm learning right now, and that's what I'm really going to be settling into. And just, this is a practice. Yes, a moment for breath. This is just a practice for me for right now, as I allow myself to relax and sink in. But if you're interested in learning more, for the ladies, I will be doing a class on the root chakra, which is where that's our security, that's where we're grounded. I'll be doing a class on that inside of the Temple of Sensual Energy Alchemy, and I will be talking more about the nervous system. The root chakra will be in May, nervous system will be in June. I'm giving myself space. I'm not racing through anything, and I'm using my practice as a barometer for a lot of things. So just Kinte, I can walk someone through that. There's a link in my bio if you'd like to set up a call. You can do 15 minutes or you can do an hour, but there's a link for sure. You can actually do that. Yep. All right, all. That is it for this evening. I liked going live over here now. I needed to take a break, but I'll be back with more some other time. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.